certainly in the retail sector, so in people who are dealing directly with customers, it is beginning to become something that is important not only for cost reasons, but because customers are demanding it. I think that more broadly, there is still a long way to go, not only in industry, but also with how people use food in their own homes. I mean, in restaurants, there's a really simple thing, which with the Sustainable Restaurant Association we did, which is you have a bin in the kitchen and you weigh the food that you waste and you see the cost of that. And actually, that simple thing, just measuring what you're wasting, had a massive impact in the restaurants that we trialled in terms of reducing their waste. Well, I think in the end, this is about a cultural change, and how do you change culture? And there are really three ways. Culture is about survival. It's about people changing deep-seated behaviours because they feel they need to behave in another way. First way to do that is through cost. Things becoming too expensive. That works for the industry, but actually for consumers, the food is an increasingly small amount of what they're spending, less than their mobile phones. So cost isn't going to be a driver of change. The second is regulation, but it's clumsy. It has worked at times, and governments are very nervous about introducing it. A, it's unpopular, and B, it can have other effects that weren't desired. And so the third is about making what is socially acceptable and what isn't socially acceptable. And that debate, that really is going to be, how quickly we win that debate is going to be what determines whether this is something we solve in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, by which time, if we haven't solved it, there'll be really severe problems elsewhere in the world, not in the West, in terms of lack of food.